Hi YouTube. Well, it might be a little noisy in the background here today. We're having storms all over the Tampa Bay area, which is pretty typical for this time of the afternoon every day here in Florida. If this is your first time here, let me introduce myself. I'm Anneke Van Buren, and I've been here on YouTube for a couple of years. Actually, when COVID locked us all down, and I needed something to do, pass the time away, and so did you. So I started filming here, just modeling outfits that were in the closet. And I did it every single day. And then after a while, when life started to return to normal, that went to 3 times a week, and then twice a week, and now once a week I'm here. And now I'm mixing a specialty cocktail for you. I don't pretend to be a professional bartender, but I do love entertaining my friends, and I've always enjoyed preparing cocktails and meals for them. So today I'm making something relatively simple. I was gonna do another cocktail. It was all set, turned around and looked at the bar, and my tequila had magically disappeared. I can't imagine how that happened. Well, I had a pretty big party here Saturday night for my birthday. But basically, I served Prosecco and then several different beers. And this always seems to happen. Even the beer drinkers drink the Prosecco. So it seems to be kind of a universal drink that you can serve for a party that everybody enjoys. Low alcohol, just fun, nobody getting, silly and out of hand, just a good time with friends and neighbors. And I had a wonderful time. I had a great birthday this year. This was the big one for me. Yep. That one. So I'm mixing a St Germaine champagne cocktail for you, but I'm using Prosecco. And this is fairly easy. We're gonna start out, let me move everything over here so you can see stuff a little bit better, with St Germaine, which is an elderflower liqueur. And it's a little sweet, but it's not sticky sweet. So we're going to start with a champagne glass and 2 ounces of elderflower. And then we're going to use 3 ounces, either champagne if you have it, or Prosecco. So I'm going to open this bottle for you. Be patient with me. I never can get the seal to go all the way around. If you have a trick, let me know. Part of my problem is the long fingernails. All right, and then we'll untwist here. It's very, very hot and very, very humid, but we've had lots and lots of rain. And I want to just give a shout out here to my friends in Canada and actually in Europe, all around the world. There's just massive fires everywhere. And I can't even imagine having to evacuate your home as one of those things comes bearing down on you. So you are thought of, and I always say a little prayer when I see this news is please bring some rain. Okay, next, 3 ounces. I'm using Prosecco. I'm going to give it a bit. So that's 2. That is 1 more. Let's let it go to the top. And the recipe calls for 1 ounce of club soda. And I'm going to use the Topo Chico. Now, can you see that? What am I talking about? Does it look full? No, it doesn't. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add in a little more Prosecco. You can take a lemon peel and rub it in the side glass and drop it in if you like. So here we go, St Germaine Champagne or Prosecco cocktail. And you know what? It was okay to add that Prosecco because it's St Germaine. I think if I started out with a smaller glass, I would use less St Germaine. So I think you could top this glass all the way to the top with maybe 4 or 5 ounces of Prosecco and the 2 ounces of the St Germaine. Either that or make less of St. Just depends on how sweet you like something. So for some reason, that is not terribly cold. Probably because this and this were at room temperature. So that's something to think about when you're making a drink that doesn't have any ice in it. And I would never put ice in a champagne drink. I'd stick the champagne bottle in a bucket of ice and keep it well chilled, which is what I did Saturday night. So I'll step back so you can see what I'm wearing. It's just a midi dress to the knee, long sleeves, kind of giving a hint of a nod toward autumn. And I'm wearing some stilettos that are just like a beige and a black lace. So let me turn around so you can see the back of this. And it would be appropriate for a dinner date in Tampa. Tampa is not conservative when it comes to people going out for attire. We have a really multicultural population here in the Tampa Bay area, and there's all kinds of attire, and it's outdoors and it's sexy, and a lot of the women have just that little twist in their outfit. So as you can see, it has some decollage. I'm going to keep this short today because I hear some thunder sneaking up in the background, and I have a metal roof on this place. You can't believe what this sounds like when it starts to rain. It's kind of fun, but it's also kind of scary. We've had some just horrendous thunderstorms. Last Wednesday, after I shot last week's update, it rained for about an hour and a half, steady downpour, and thunder and lightning the whole time. The storm must have set over the top here and just boom, 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 boom. And this is the lightning capital of the world, St. Pete. And I have to honestly say, this is one of the worst storms that I've ever sat through. Of course, I unplugged my computer and anything that mattered and just sat here and boom, boom, boom. And it actually knocked out the outside bar in our resort, and then flooded the parking lots in the back part of the property. Fortunately, where I live, the road is graded, and I'm up about 4 steps, so there weren't any problems here. So keep an eye out. There's a hurricane, Elena, I think it is, that's bopping across the Atlantic. So, and then there's another one right behind it. So it's that time now. It gets to August, and that's when these things start to really pop up. And September and October are the worst, and that's what happened to us last year. Tampa Bay got hit twice. And there's still neighborhoods that are not put together. So keep your eye on the weather, and don't go standing out under a tree on the golf course. Get off the golf course when there's a thunderstorm. Okay, folks, I hope you have a fabulous week. Share a smile if you can. Remember, it doesn't cost a thing to be kind. I'll see you again. Namaste, my friends.